Hi everyone, welcome to the first birthday for the studio. The studio is a kind of a place here in the city where tech startups and media companies and stuff like that can get a space to work and kind of share ideas and all that type of stuff. We helped build this Green Studio back last year. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going for a walk, going into the studio and having a look kind of how it's being used now. And we're going to kind of just talk about kind of their requirements and how they found us. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this is the studio we helped kind of build. So this is actually a 3-wall green screen cyc studio. Everything is controlled by our DMX panel, and we've got these beautiful ultra soft LEDs kind of hanging from the ceiling. Obviously, because today is an open day, they've got these carpets down to kind of help protect the green, but it's kind of a average use studio. It is hireable for people who actually are residents here at the hub and at the studio. But you can also hire it separately if you're somebody who just wants to shoot something quickly in the city. You can contact them and hire it for an hour or for the half day or for the full day. The great thing about the studio is it is controlled by DMX. It does have some other equipment such as lighting and so forth. And there's actually a production company that kind of is based here. So if you do need someone to kind of do that work for you, you can always contact them and they'll pass you on to the relevant people. The other thing that the studio has is a sound studio. So if we kind of just take a quick peek in there, so you can see they've got a beautiful kind of sound desk set up. And then on the opposite side of the glass, I wonder if this AVX works through the glass. So you can be in here, it's a very dead space acoustically. They've got lots of acoustic kind of panels on the walls. They've created it to kind of be a one-stop shop for people who want to be able to produce stuff while they're here working. So the idea is that you, for instance, rent space, and then every time you need to kind of use the studio, you can just book it in for an hour. So it's very convenient to take a couple of clients down and use it that way. There's a couple of keynotes happening today because it is their 1-year anniversary, and it's really good. So let's go take a look. Okay, so here at the studio, we had a couple of kind of requirements. Luckily, we came in right when they were actually building a space, so these walls weren't even up. So we could kind of recommend a good size for them regarding, obviously, their limitations in regards to offices and so forth. But we could also talk to the builders regarding the requirements of the studio space. A lot of builders don't understand studios. They tend to think, oh, curve, and that's kind of it. They don't understand how smooth it needs to be, how kind of clean it needs to be. So actually coming in at the beginning means that we could sit down with them and actually describe the entire space. They could come to our studios and actually see those spaces so they had a better idea of how it all comes together. With that being said, Dragon Image also has people on board that can build studios for you. So if you're not at that stage and you don't mind getting us to do the entire build, we can definitely do that for you. We do sell the curve and corners by the meter. So that just means that if you wanted to buy the pieces yourself and get your builder to do it, you could. But I highly recommend getting someone who is very good at the plastering and that type of thing. In regards to the building itself, because it is a heritage building, we did have some kind of limitations on how we could mount things, removing stuff from ceilings. So in this particular space, it was a little bit more difficult. Mounting of the lights and stuff like that was done by us. The type of LEDs that we chose to use are ultra softs because this space isn't going to be used by professionals. It's going to be used by people who just want to use it by the hour. And in this situation at the moment, the setup, I'd probably have them curved more back, but obviously this space is kind of being used by people who don't necessarily know the best kind of thing to do. The other thing this space is being used for is actually a lot of VR stuff. So it is a multi-use kind of space, as well as the fact that with all this light and all this kind of exposure, we've got the ability to kind of shoot a lot of different scenes, not only on green, but we've got the black curtains to get like that blacker look, and they also have a system for a white background. The other bonus in this particular space is they do have a couple of lights on stands, which means they can kind of pull them into location. There's the light subject, which I probably should be doing now, but aren't. But if you're interested in building a studio and you want help with that, all you need to do is contact us, let us know the type of results you want to be achieving, and we can help you work out the best space and requirements for that studio. So contact your local Dragon Image if you want to build a studio, and we'll hope to see you soon. Bye.